And we're back. Another video. We're changing up the schedule. We're going to do a very interesting video. One that I didn't really think I'd make, but I mean, there's so much news. It'd kind of be ridiculous if I didn't make it. So, if you didn't know, yesterday, I believe Tuesday, March 8th, 2022, was the franchise tag deadline, I believe. So, yeah. And there was a lot of stuff to happen. A lot of players got franchise tagged. A few players, returned to their team. A few got big paydays. And some even got traded. Oh my god, Drew Lock is a 66. Ooh. Now, we're obviously going to talk about all the free agent moves, as well as some that I also think could happen. Some guys who will return, some who won't. And also, I'm recording this on Wednesday, March 9th at 9:22 a.m. So if any news does happen, just know, I was recording this video before. But, we're just gonna hop right in. So we're gonna start off with probably the best news. And that is the trade. So, in this trade, it involved one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and Russell Wilson. And I have the trade details right here. So, the Denver Broncos received Russell Wilson and a 4th round pick. The Seattle Seahawks received Drew Lock, who was one of Denver's quarterbacks, Noah Fant, who's one of their tight ends, Shelby Harris, who's one of their D tackles, 2 first round picks, 2 second round picks, and a 5th round pick. Now, if you were to ask me who won this trade, I would probably say it's a very even trade. The Broncos, they give a lot up, but at the same time, it is a quarterback, and you usually have to give up a lot to acquire quarterbacks. And the Seahawks, they do give up probably one of their, if not their most well-known player in NFL history, in Russell Wilson. But they do get a lot in return, and they do improve their team. So it is going to be pretty hard for them to be competitive, but at the same time, they have made themselves way better future-wise. Where Russell Wilson was injured a decent amount of the season. They went 8-9, I want to say. They were the only team in their division to not even make the playoffs. And 2 of the teams from their division made it to the conference championship, and the other one lost in the wild card, and one of them even won the Super Bowl. So, if you're the Seahawks, you made a good move by moving on from Russell Wilson at the peak, because it is going to be very hard to be competitive in that division. There's no real point of paying a top-tier quarterback when you're not going to be doing very well anyway. Next, we're going to talk about the Aaron Rodgers news. Aaron Rodgers has announced that he will be returning to the Green Bay Packers on a, I believe, 4-year extension. I do not know if that is going to count to 2020. He was on the last year of his deal, so the Packers were more than likely going to either trade him or get a new deal done. I do not know if that's going to just count as for this year, or that's going to be in 5 years. Like, none of the contract details besides the length have really came out, so. because Ian Rappaport did say it was a 4-year, $200 million deal. Pat McAfee then said that that is incorrect, and then it eventually led to Aaron Rodgers saying that he's just returning. There has been no contract details in place. So, yeah. Next, we're going to talk about some key guys, who are going to be getting paydays. They're going to be returning to their teams. Instantly you think, well, Aaron Rodgers. I can't really say Aaron Rodgers. We don't know the details. But Mike Williams, he has gotten a 3-year, $60 million deal. That's $20 million a year, and I believe it's like $53 million guaranteed or something. Next, we have, by the way, Mike Williams is a wide receiver for the Los Angeles Chargers, if you did not know. Next, we have pass rusher Harold Landry getting a payday. He is getting 5-year, $87.5 million extension. Now, there are also some smaller names. The two I found so far is receiver Noah Brown for the Dallas Cowboys. Bringing him back because he was very solid in training camp and preseason. Didn't really play much past that. But if they're going to move on from Amari Cooper, it's probably best that they have some depth at that position. Because, I'd assume CeeDee Lamb and potentially Michael Gallup. I don't know if he's going to stay or not. And Josh Reynolds, who was a Detroit Lions wide receiver, is going. Noah Brown, by the way, is going to be back on a 1-year deal. Josh Reynolds, he's going to be returning on a 2-year deal. I have not found the contract details, and I believe these are from unverified people. Well, Noah Brown was literally said by the Cowboys, but the other one, not so much. Josh Reynolds, I couldn't find anything from him. Next, franchise tag, probably the most important part. We're going to go all the way to the beginning. This is from NFL, so, from when they tweeted it out. First off, Cleveland Browns, they have franchise tagged tight end David Njoku. He wasn't their starting tight end. I believe it was Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper had a very lackluster season for expectations. And they were trying to work out a long-term deal with Njoku, but they just couldn't get one done. So they're going to franchise tag him, and it's going to give him a bit more time to work one out. Staying in division, the Cincinnati Bengals have franchise tagged safety Jesse Bates III. He also had a very lackluster season for expectations. But, the Bengals don't really have another safety option. It is probably best. They could have gone after a guy like Tyrann Mathieu potentially, but better safe than sorry. Next, the Kansas City Chiefs have franchise tagged offensive tackle Orlando Brown Jr., who I believe they made a huge blockbuster trade for. And obviously not wanting to give up all that, all the picks they gave up and stuff for just him to be there for 1 year. They give him the franchise tag, and that now doesn't guarantee, but now means that Tyrann Mathieu's future with the team is in jeopardy. He also did tweet out saying that he would something about Russell Wilson, so people are starting to, put the pieces to the puzzle together, or at least try to, and they're going to say he is not going to be returning to the Chiefs, nor is he going to be returning to the AFC West. Next, we have our second tight end. We have the Miami Dolphins franchise tagging tight end Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki had a very good season. He's been one of the best tight ends, most underrated tight ends as well. And the Dolphins gave him the franchise tag, giving the Tua another weapon. Next, we go over to another tight end. We have the Dallas Cowboys franchise tagging tight end Dalton Schultz, who had a pretty solid season, but, you know, I believe was injured a bit of that season. And, you know, that's going to keep Dak another weapon. Because, like, the only top weapon that's really guaranteed on the roster at this point is CeeDee Lamb. You know, I believe they're trying to bring back Gallup, especially by trying to cut ties with Amari Cooper. But, yeah. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise tagging offensive tackle Cam Robinson, who's been probably their most well-known offensive lineman, most underrated Madden-wise. And they're going to bring him back. That's, I believe, now the second year in a row he's been franchise tagged. So he, even though he is going to be on a team that is going to suck, he is at least getting the money. And I believe never mind. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers franchise tagging wide receiver Devonte Adams. Me personally, as a Packers fan, I love this. I would have preferred for us to get rid of Aaron Rodgers, but, you know, I can't really do much about that. I love Aaron Rodgers, but, I mean, I really don't think the Packers should have. I would have liked for them to keep Rodgers for this last year and then pick up Jordan Love's 5th-year option. So then we'd have 2 years with Jordan Love and we'd be able to say goodbye to Aaron Rodgers. But the Packers weren't really agreeing. Because personally, either we need to get rid of Love or we need to get rid of Rodgers, and the fact that they haven't gotten rid of Rodgers yet, kind of concerning. But the Devontae Adams move, I love a lot. It does make the cap that much more unbearable, but, I mean, the cap is just a myth, apparently. And I believe now, last, but certainly not least, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise tagging wide receiver Chris Godwin. Now, they didn't really want to franchise tag Chris Godwin. They wanted to work out a long-term deal. Chris Godwin and Tampa Bay were not able to get an agreement, so they were just like, okay, we got to franchise tag you. They probably would have been able to get to an agreement, but, you know, if they weren't able to, there was no franchise tag option, so, you know, smart. And plus, this gives them an extra year to work out a contract. And probably the last big news in terms of NFL teams is that the Seattle Seahawks have released linebacker Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, 10 years with the Seahawks. Yeah. He made an All-Pro. So he's one of the better tight ends. Well, tight ends. Whoa. Linebackers you could ask for. Him and Russell Wilson were drafted in the same draft class. So it's kind of a good story to see them both, you know, leave the same year. Who knows? And also, him being cut now means that he is able to seek a team. And means he does not have to wait for the new league year, which is when free agency starts, which is, I believe, March 16th. So, a week. There are some other guys who got released, like, I believe, A.J. Klein, who was a linebacker for the Buffalo Bills, got released. I believe that Ooh, just got put on here. And it is nothing. We've seen a lot of guys get released so far. And huge players to keep an eye out on since they did not get franchise tagged. Tyrann Mathieu. I'd probably say Jameis Winston. I don't think he would have got franchise tag, but he is nonetheless probably the only good quarterback out there besides Teddy Bridgewater. And there are some QB needed teams. There's Washington, who I don't necessarily think they need a quarterback. I think they can roll with Taylor Heineke and draft a guy and just have him sit behind Taylor Heineke for a year. That's when Taylor Heineke's contract's done. So, you know, it'd be perfect. You have the Steelers. You have arguably the Dolphins. Arguably the Texans. Although I think it'd be smart for the Texans to roll with Davis Mills for another year because the amount he did with the roster he had. I think he's deserved it. And then you have obviously Deshaun Watson there, and Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's a free agent. What's going to happen with him? You also have a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's a free agent. I don't know what's going to happen with him. And that is probably all the notable quarterbacks, and Tom Brady if he does decide to return as well, I suppose. Now, where I think these guys could go, I personally feel like we're most likely to see Jameis Winston head over to Pittsburgh. I feel like Jameis Winston will probably head there. I feel like we'll see Tyrod Taylor probably go to a place like Seattle. They did clear the cap room. They can give a 1-2 punch with Drew Lock and Tyrod Taylor. You know, if one of them has a bad game or gets injured, put the other one in.
We got this.
Teddy Bridgewater, I feel like he is probably not going to be a starter, unfortunately. I feel like I don't know about Jacoby Brissett. I don't know what his contract length is, but if I could see him going to Miami, to where they have a pretty solid team and potentially rival Tua and to potentially win the starting job or to take over. Because I don't know Jacoby Brissett's contract length. But if Jacoby Brissett's there for multiple years, then I think Teddy is probably going to go to a place like Washington to rival one of these guys. Also, Washington has been keeping an eye on Jameis Winston, but I don't know why Jameis Winston would personally want to go there. I don't think anyone really wants to play for Washington. Unless if you're in the game for money. And yeah, the Seahawks has also said, this is just our rumor, so this does not mean it is true, but rumor has it the Seahawks are interested in trading probably their top 3 players now in Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Jamal Adams, which would then lead very little guys. If they were to trade those guys, they'd have receivers like Freddie Swain, Dwayne Eskridge. And then the only real guy on defense I know about is DJ Reed and Carlos Dunlap. So, essentially, the Seahawks are prepared to go in full rebuild mode. They've already released top guys. So it's expected that we're going to see a new Seahawks team here soon.
Keep playing hard.
I believe I covered every quarterback. I believe Deshaun Watson, he'll potentially go to Pittsburgh. Miami has quoted, shut the book, or whatever. Close the book, shut the window, something. Close the door, I don't know. Basically saying they are not going to pursue Deshaun Watson in a trade. Which means that either they don't want to deal with him, lawsuit-wise, or they're going to roll Tua. This is also something to note. The Seahawks, who traded for Noah Fant as well, that's going to mean they have Noah Fant, Will Dissly, and Gerald Everett. I believe the two of them are free agents, but besides Noah Fant, maybe Noah Fant. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So they're going to have, like, at the moment, 3 tight ends that could all be starting caliber. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with these guys.
Let's go.
Now, the only other quarterback that's really on the trade market, I'd say now, that teams would be willing to pay a decent buck for is, 1, Deshaun Watson, but I don't really think teams are really trying to do that at the moment, and 2, Kirk Cousins. And that rides the question, what are the Vikings going to do at quarterback? Are they going to roll Kellen Mond, Sean Mannion? They're going to draft a guy, maybe Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral, Sam Howell.
Yeah, score.
Like, it's interesting to see. That and Tom Brady, but Arians has 5 first-round picks for a guy who you're going to get for 1 year. So, it depends. Are you willing to spend 5 first-round picks in order to potentially win a Super Bowl? Now, I'd probably say you would win that Super Bowl because, I mean, the league has been very fishy when it comes down to players like Tom Brady. So, it'd be the perfect freaking ending. Oh, Tom Brady gets 1 last Super Bowl ring and then retires. Like, that headline writes itself. And I must say, Drew Lock sucks in Madden. So does this Denver O-line. Holy crap. I'm not able to do anything. But that's majority of stuff we can talk about. You know, we can talk about the key free agents now. We have guys like, I believe you're staying in. DJ Chark, top receiver probably. Teddy Bridgewater. Jameis Winston. We almost got lucky there. We've lost this game. There's no point in trying. We have 7 minutes to try and make up 17 points, and they have the ball. We have the quarterback. Running back, I believe Rashad Penny might be a free agent. James Conner. Ooh, we do have a Twitter notification. This could be a... Nope. It's just hyping up Russell Wilson even more. It is bullcrap. The amount of times we have hit-sticked these Seahawks receivers in the fact that they have not fumbled once. And the one time they fumbled was it was just a normal play, and he was down anyway, so it doesn't matter. Tyrann Mathieu, that's going to be probably the biggest name in free agency now, at least. Maybe not. There's Teron Armstead. So there's some names. There's definitely some names. Receivers, look at the Packers. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Allen Lazard, potentially Allen Lazard. He's technically not a free agent, but, you know. From what it sounds like, I think Allen Lazard wants to stay in Green Bay, which, I mean, I'm more than happy with. I got his autograph, so. Just shame that he would have caught that if he was on the Seahawks. I really am struggling to name top free agents now.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56. In your face. Big pick, baby, I got you, I got you.
Fans, quit booing. You see the amount of bullshit that is happening this game? That if it was the other way around, they get fucking bailed out. Shut up, fans. Shut up.
That's it, baby.
I can't do anything when the game's against me, fans. Quit booing. Anyway. Tight ends. There's not really any tight ends. There's like Jared Cook. Is there literally anyone else besides Jared Cook that's like starting caliber? Gronk. Robert Tonyan. Hayden Hurst. So there are some names. CJ Uzomah, although I think he's probably going to return to the Bengals. And yeah, that's probably all the tight ends there are. Something else to talk about. The AFC West. Very, very high power division now. It sucks because the AFC North has always been like, for a few years now, the second best. Ever since the Browns became good and now the Bengals, like, they've always been second best. Last year was the West that was better. This year, it's the other West. They swapped conferences. So, but ultimately, I only see two teams in there making the playoffs. I see at the moment, the Chargers and the Chiefs. I don't think the Broncos are going to make it year one. I feel like they gave way too much up to be like that competitive now. But I do think both the Raiders and the Broncos are going to give very good fights. You telling me he didn't catch that? You're telling me he didn't catch that? Come on, game. I'm literally down 27 with Drew Lock as quarterback just to make the video because of the trade talk. You're telling me you did not catch. You did catch it, buddy. Why'd you have to bobble it? You didn't even bobble it. He did catch that. Look. There's the 2 feet right there. Bro, are you serious? Thank you. Give me it.
Let's go. Let's do this. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
I guess I'll just give some playoff predictions now. I think
56. Coming this way. Coming this way.
I'm not gonna go in order. So we have the Chiefs and Chargers. I think we'll have the Ravens and Browns. I think we'll have the Bills
Here we
and
go.
Patriots, and I think we'll have the Titans. Wait, you want me?
The Mike boys. 56. Check 56. I'm coming out.
Actually, you know what? Let's take out the Browns. I think we're gonna have only the Ravens, and I think we're gonna have the Titans and Colts. So there's the 7 teams in the AFC. And then in the NFC, I think we're going to have the Rams and 49ers. I think we're gonna have the Packers and the Vikings. I think we're going to have the Buccaneers. And I think we're gonna have the Cowboys and the Eagles. There's my playoff predictions by free agency so far. There's still some names that could affect stuff.
56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
But that's practically going to do it. We're just going to finish out this game of Madden. Even though we've lost badly.
Check 45. Check 45.
And yeah. This was me talking about free agency. I know it wasn't the best, but at the same time, I didn't come with a script like most YouTubers do. So, you know, I'm just hoping it's good enough. There's been no news yet about anything. Kind of just what I've been waiting for. Like anything. Like, we're not gonna probably get anything. I doubt we're gonna get any releases. Or like huge names. Like, I doubt we're gonna see like a guy like Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills get released.
Mike 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56. The Mike boys. 56. Check 56.
Like, that just isn't gonna happen.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch the slant.
You're telling me you held?
Here we go.
Why are you holding, bro?
56 the Mike.
I was hoping for a roughing the passer call. You can't even jump for Cortland! Russell Wilson chose the wrong fucking team. Because if this is how the Broncos are going to play in real life, fuck the Broncos. And fuck Drew Lock in this game. God damn, I can't believe I actually had him in my Falcons franchise for a year. Ugh. I'm not upset about how this game went. I'm upset about how Drew Lock played. The fact that he's a 66 overall and this man just got traded. Poor Noah Fant. The only person he's had thrown the ball to him is Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. Well, he might have had someone before that, but they were ass anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Sorry about the lack of gameplay. I mean, but when you're playing against the Seahawks, apparently, Now, here's me. I suck as a Seahawks. Like, I can't do anything. I played with them earlier. Very close game with who I played against. I don't remember who. Not earlier, but yesterday. On stream. I streamed it yesterday. Rashad Penny threw the game, so, you know. But that's going to do it. Yeah. I don't really know what I want to do content-wise in the future. I'm really struggling. Like, I'm probably going to do something with the NFL draft. Now, I don't know. I might live stream it. I might not. I don't know. And when I say live stream, it's going to be scuffed. It's going to be scuffed as hell. Like, I'm going to have to do a bit of an experiment. But it's going to be start out like April. I also want to do some USFL content. I don't know. I'm really up in the air. I want to, because, like, I want to go back to what I was doing earlier. Not just Falcon franchises and a Madden Monday challenge. I want to do predictions, tier lists, power rankings. Like, that was fun. Does that actually involve effort? Now for what I do, the Madden challenges, they are hard actually. I struggle to think of stuff for them. Hence the reason why I didn't even come out with one. I literally just had to do just chatting while playing Madden. Like, I had no ideas. Um, I just I have a lot of ideas, but there's probably not an hour limit. And then you know, USFL is gonna be kind of hard to record, but because it's gonna be on my phone. And then the draft is gonna be very scuffed because what I'm probably gonna do, since I'm very bad with it, just gonna friggin' record on Madden the draft and just pick, you know, my players. I don't even know if I'll do that. I just might friggin' record with the TV and then just like watch it on my phone or something. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. And if I missed any key free agent names, I'm sorry. But I'll see you next time. Goodbye.